right now for Boston Breach. So this is quite literally the perfect series for Optic to take full advantage of. Come out the 6-star, take a swim, be Sharksy, and just bully these guys out.
Records being set, and it can only get better in terms of, you know, how impressive the losing streak could potentially be. Boston Breach, can you break it right here and right now? And this 6-star hardpoint rock and roll in this one. On board with the man with the mustache, it is Snoopy. Immediately brought down, trades in Optic in the time.
And I think Brisa maybe not the best opportunity to flank, a little bit too much space taken there by the Optic players. So pretty strong opening break there from Optic, and well, now they just get a swarm and nice controlled around the hill. You see no one right now for Texas really playing at a lightning speed. They got their setup and they are sticking to it, and not a single player on Boston really able to find a kill, and if they do, it gets traded out. This is perfection from Optic thus far, as the script dictates.
As the script does go, well, this is basically what we saw last time Boston Breach were on this map. I do believe it was a nearly dry or completely naked P1 and P2. A single second will account to a major change here, and that is what Boston Breach have got. P2 is about to open up. They are the green arrows on the minimap. The white ones will be Optic Texas. And you weren't wrong about Kenny. He's looking fresh. That's nice.
Yeah, now he's going to be fresh on the flank as well. Major Maniac, the man responsible for dealing with them, and Major Maniac doing a nice job using the stairs to his advantage, but while Major has success, his teammates starting to fall. You see the trades rolling through, and Optic at least making that time white, so the Mixie moment, but Shotzi, that entry man, we'll see how the trades are going to partake, because this is every single player squaring up around the zone, and Boston reigns supreme, so early rotation in P2 pays off. Maybe not going to be able to take the lead, but they're going to make things close.
They're going to do what they can. And this is an ideal situation to be in right now for Boston. Major Maniac, Mr. Composure himself, for the final 20 seconds here on P2 going to come to a close. Pred on the outside, waiting for the moment to hit. Major Maniac reads it, doesn't get any damage in, so it's all down to Priester, cut down by Adachi and Shotzi. That's going to be a hard point for the next 10, going the way of Optic Texas. Keep the lead in their hands, chance, but P3 far from it.
Well, I gotta say as well, this is 2 great holds in a row, but Optic wanted to fight for 10 seconds to scrap, so instead they completely lose the rotation to the actual money hill, and Snoopy's there to pick up 2, so Boston Breach honestly now have a very sizable advantage potentially in this game. This is their opportunity to run it up.
Snoopy looking to run up this streak as well. No, Pred wins a big one. That's going to be the end of it. However, lead change, Boston Breach in control. Bruce on the way forward, has to contend with Beans. Major Maniac on the back up here. Boston Breach with a strong line of defense in the hard point. Shotzi with the kills out over the top, finds an opening, gets himself in there. That's the break. Optic are in.
And that is maybe just Shotzi built a little bit different. No, well-coordinated effort there by Optic Texas, even just overwhelming the trophies of the Boston players. So I know we were seeing them all peppered and tagged, and on a P3 that could have been in Money Hill, Boston's opportunity to take the lead. Optic do enough to at least keep it close, and effectively things would be tied up going towards new as Boston, 3 players funneling through a very tight corridor. Yeah, I'd back down from that too.
I know, well, that's the benefit of the tight corridor like that. Shotzi, lethal and tactical, keep those boys at bay. Here comes Bruce with a frag of his own. Trophy is still in action. Dashy with the tags at range, middle of the map. Now that's what we're going for. That's where the red dots are. And Pred on the pitch. Potential for huge damage here, and he's causing problems. The fight is over, but the hard point is very much still Optics.
Yeah, they're comfortable as well. Kenny just clearing out the flank. He's getting the call out from Pred. Okay, all guns forward, and it is more just Boston players going to have to funnel through a very tight corridor. Nice shot from Beans, maybe to open things up, but trades not found. Shotzi on a 5, and the cruise falls directly into his lap. Not a well-coordinated push there by Boston, and Optic pump up the lead just a little bit more.
You're pulling a 404 on the trades there. P-Dog, though, untradeable in his own right. Gets himself a nice 2. Can't get any more out of that life, but nice looks there. Kenny and Dashi in the feed find themselves 3 together. First hardpoint set complete. Over towards P1 we go once again. And Optic Texas with a bit of a lead, but nothing too crazy here, Chance. So good looks out of Boston.
That's a big 3 down as well. So Dashi, excuse me, opportunity just to make a dent in this push, and he does get traded out, and yeah, nobody off respawn able to get back in position quick enough. Shotzi though, absolute menace. Fantastic shots coming in for the Rival 9 in that moment, but Priesta, the untradeable as you called him, well, it's only his teammate that can take him down.
Yeah, well done, Snoopy there. Lovely work on the trade. Takes care of Priesta. Hard point still in the hands. Boston Breach. Major Maniac behind the bar, cooking up business. Nice work again of Priester, straight into it. He's on a 4 spree. Every time we get to Priester, it's a 3 or a 4. Unable to get the streaks there. Snoopy came close enough around P3 in the first set. But right now, Optic are in. Beans with a quick contest immediately dealt with there. And Snoopy back towards the stairs. We've not seen him find any success here on the stairs. And once again, it's another shutdown push. Optic in control.
Yeah, P1 domination so far in this game. I mean, they've completely just stuffed them. Maybe Boston have gotten 5 or 6 seconds on P1. Almost every other bit of time has gone to Optic. Boston, though, this has been their best hill. First go around, near full 60 shots. He smooth moves, nice curve, hits a roof, though. Everybody protected. They're going to stay inside their home. Snoopy continues to collect the time.
A difficult angle to find there. He looked like a maverick to start things off. Over to Shotzi again, this time with a rival 9. Back door, gonna bang that one open. Snoopy, instant red there. Pred with a fantastic bait and switch. Major Maniac, though, the next line of defense here cut down. The trades continue to go in favor of Optic Texas. The hard point now in their hands as well. Look at a 50-point game as Beans gets put to bed.
Oh, that's nice coverage, too. The utilization of the dolphin dive there from Shotzi. You get to see it from a couple different point of views, but able to stay alive, do a little dance, and just be a nuisance and make the trades that much easier for the team. Now, on the flip side, Major Maniac is actually trying to rotate, so Boston might be able to get the scrap, but Major does get traded out, and I mean, Boston, we say they get the scrap, it's albeit just for 5 seconds. So the only mistake Optic really made in the first set of rotations was not winning the rotation towards P3. Here they are with a 40-point lead, an opportunity to just completely blow things wide open.
This should be the moment that breaks the back of Boston Breach here on 6-star, but we'll find out. Is the hard point break going to be good enough there? Kenny says, no thank you very much. That side of the map, all safe. Front side, that's where the battle's coming from. And Optic Texas, firm control, a wonderful setup. Let's see how the comms sound.
Everyone.
Super's wood.
Get white or no?
Someone get wood, yeah.
I have wood. I'm so one shot. I hear you.
Two wood, I need help.
I push.
Pop up, Sushi, one shot.
I'm
Two
hop up.
Oh,
Hello? Dead.
nice, Ken.
I have a kid.
Watch out.
I'm going.
I'm weak.
They can only
Mr. Major, he has to be you. He has to be stage. He's already close.
He's on stage. I want.
We gotta get
Who's
this
that?
guy.
On top of stage.
On top of stage, bro. Take the time.
I'm on the
On stage, Major. I'm waiting for you.
They're all you, by the way.
You, Snoopy, on top of the... Major, one side. I mean, you. Absolutely, they're both one. Both one. Nice. Taking me to shot check out.
We're first point, boys.
I'm gonna shot check out, bro. I can play kill this side.
What's in you?
I'm aiming you. He's low checkout, Snoopy. I spawn you, smoke out. Check out.
Really, the stage. On the stage, really.
I'm fighting you. This side. Did we get Snoopy or no?
Yeah, I got two.
Okay, this side. Absolute. Oh, 4 shot, drop. Close up, drop. Yeah, close up me.
Absolute.
Let's go.
They could be. I don't have it.
I'm not getting.
Get the left.
I went DJ. I blue.
I think that's what
I blue.
on top flag.
Okay, I blue.
The top flag, Ken.
I got I can't get the flag. Can shot flag now?
One guy's laid
That's an interesting insight there in Optic Texas in the map. I mean, the scoreline looks fantastic, but I think there's a little bit of discomfort there in the lineup.
I mean, maybe just a little bit. Major Maniac had a nice rotation, won some entry gunfights, but if Optic are having to work for it, it's still about a 50-50 battle, and when Optic have the edge, Boston not really able to fight too much, but speaking of fight, this is the most fight they've had on the P1 thus far. Boston finally able to accrue a little bit of time, but Priesta doesn't get the entry, forces out a couple trades, the water fight going down as well at the same time, but Boston, they come out on top of everything. Clean 4-man white, but a long way to go, but they should be good for the final 20.
Should be good. 20 to go, P1. Shotzi's managed to sneak into the new hard point. Major Maniac once again locking it down. A big bit of work there as his teammates find a couple. The breaks in, and the new hard point is now wide open for kills, though. Optic Texas is going to get the final few moments now. Foot race on towards P2. Here we go. Could be the final moments of the map.
Yeah, Shotzi went for the break rather than the spawns, but that might be the right call because now everybody's going to be squared up for it. And Kenny's attempt with the cruise missile finds the guy in the back, so now a 4v3 near the time, and already Boston, well, they have to scurry off the point, hide, and run for their lives. Beans now effectively effectively the front man. Bread going to be able to hunt those two players down. The trade fest continues. Boston not able to collect too much time.
Oh, great timing from Kenny there. Catches Major Maniac on the wide. Two of them there. The shoes in the other foot now. And Kenny with a big 2. Hard point still being contested. Beans stays alive for a moment longer. 10 for the win. Optic Texas trying to hold it down. It's Kenny in the feed. Big wins from Pred in the vents. And that should be map 1, folks.
Yeah, make it fancy, why don't you? Pred just showing a little bit of sauce inside the vents as well, but great news from Optic Texas again. This is the series to sort of get that rhythm and flow back in your favor. And on map 1, well, that's exactly what they do. Maybe one small mistake the entire game, hitting for old. They lose one gunfight towards P3. They lose out on that single rotation. Otherwise, clinical performance on 6-star. Nothing really to write home about. Great plays through and through.
Through and through, a clean start from Optic Texas. As far as Boston Breach, though, go, Chance, their hardpoint scores in the last week or so have been diabolical. This was a very, very high-scoring game. I think maybe the highest-scoring game they've had. Don't quote me on that. All week long. I mean, since we've seen Major Maniac on the roster. Is that right?
Well, yeah, they've had some rough looks, but 170 being one of the higher ones is more just a symptom of a camp that is not enjoying the tail end of the season. Again, now on a 14 map loss streak, I believe, and that ties almost the series loss streak that they are on as well. But the scoreboard, basically what you're going to expect to see. AR is nice and comfortable there from Optic, living inside the hills. Dashy, king of it, gets 222 on the inside, and of course everybody but Pred going positive, but Pred also throwing up the assist in damage as well. I mean, I think honestly, just a tale of two different teams and two different sets of teamwork, rather. So many more assists the Optic team was able to collect.
Yeah, it felt like sometimes mostly the statue hard point, Boston weren't necessarily as effective at getting the trades. They weren't timing their hits together. Moments like that from Kenny, very easy to just pick apart two players. Not necessarily a huge amount of pressure there, and we didn't see a whole lot of life there from Boston when it comes to those trade moments. So a little bit off there in the team chemistry, but again, a squad that's been in the doldrums for quite some time. Priest, the two-piece machine, the only man really putting up massive work. We saw a little bit of life out of Beans towards the end, but again, too little too late, sadly. And not even the composure of Major Maniac could keep Boston Breach in this one as they go down 1-0 there in the first.
Yeah, and we mentioned the sort of expected, stat sheet at the end of the game, how for Optic, everything made sense, what you'd expect in the matchup. Similar kind of vibe for Boston, like Beans consistently. He's throwing up fantastic damage. Like Beans is a shooter, no question about it. He kept pace with the rest of the lobby, but it is just as a collective, these guys a step behind, but 6-star we start on, and on 6-star we will stay for the S&D, but just a quick peek at the map flow. Boston, they fought a little bit at the start of the game, but Optic just able to run away with it and keep things nice and consistent. Again, the one mistake Optic sort of make on that first P3, otherwise a clinical performance.
And even then, it was a bit of a mistake, but they do get the break with about 25 seconds to spare, so kudos to them being able to get that rep in. They're also staying on 6-star, folks, for Search and Destroy. We'll go to Karachi and then a double dose of Rio to close the series out. If we have to go to 5, and let's face it, these two teams have been here before, but it is unlikely. As the stats have said, Boston Breach on a historic run right now and in all the wrong ways. We'll find out how the Search and Destroy goes in the second chance. I'm not going to ask you how you think this one's going, so I'm just going to ask you instead, what did you have for breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast today. I just had coffee. Yeah, not a breakfast guy these days. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but hopefully the Boston camp had a nice brunch potentially in Horizon brunch in Boston. Obviously, it's a city full of champions now. I know the city has been celebrating the win that the Celtics got. Maybe not so much the Breach squad, but hey, if they could pull off an upset here, it would certainly make headlines. But where Boston's issue used to be the Game 5s, now they're just getting 3-0'd pretty consistently. So yes, it is the 11th seed versus the 12th. And if Optic lose this, they are going to end up in the losers bracket come the major. But a win here just adds some extra spice to their matchup against Toronto tomorrow.
That spice indeed. Well, we'll see how that goes. 0-5 for Boston Breach so far. A single map win would be ideal for them to break the run. All players who are absolutely capable of it. Priester, world champion. Major Maniac, of course, in that inaugural season of the CDL, playing alongside FaZe with a second place finish, but albeit an incredibly dominant season. A lot of LAN gameplay there before COVID interrupted things. We've got very capable players. And of course, Beans and Snoopy yet to really get on the board in the championship department, but both explosive players, very, very impressive individuals in their own right. Can they tie it together and find some special something here as we sell this dream and we go on a search and destroy?
And Search and Destroy is going to be a fun one on this map as well. Obviously, memories of when Optic was playing against the New York Subliners and that sort of like underground sort of vent route got taken time and time again, utilized extremely effectively by New York. And I don't know if Optic will make that adjustment or use it themselves, or if Boston will just show completely different looks. Dashy already able to get the first blood from downrange. Dashy holding the site down by himself.
That's lovely work. Priest's timing here is going to be very, very unfortunate as Kenny just breaks the threshold of the stairs. But Major Maniac, oh my word, so close to the two-piece, but the round is done. Optic Texas, the opener from Dashy. Lovely timing from Kenny there as well on the board.
Yeah, a little surprised that Priest was trying to swing out like that before Major Maniac was actually able to watch over him, because Kenny just gets gifted a free kill. And I mean, granted, Major in a position, in a sweet spot in the pool to maybe pick up the two-piece. Dashy, as we all know, one of the best shots, if not the best shot in Call of Duty. So he's going to be able to trade that out every single time. So maybe one of the last times we see Boston try to attack B, Dashy just locking it down like that, certainly going to make an impact on your mind.
Round 2, fight. Or Pred will lay down on his belly with that bomb in his back pocket as his shot sees right above him. Over to Dashy on security side. Lots of players here from Boston Breach by the A-bomb site. No one going to be there. So the middle of the map, you've given it up now. You've played as slow as you can afford to here, Optic Texas. Just over a minute to go. The nade will land. It will not connect. And now you're looking towards that bomb site. Check the secret stairs. That is it. And it's Beans. Oh, and he lands a good kill onto Shotzi to start things off.
Yeah, can't trade him out because Major dropped down to watch over him too. So that sort of underground route continues to be a thorn in their side. Kenny made an impact, but Snoopy there for the trades, and Optic have to get out of dodge. Rotation through the middle of the map though. Snoopy, Spidey senses potentially tingling, but they're just going to group up together, playing as the roaming Slayers, moving like a pack.
Well, no one's ears should be tingling after he pops steady. 25 seconds. We're going the long way around. We're back up towards A. Dashy secures the site. Says, Pred, bring it in, mate. Don't waste any time. He's going to check all the usual spots, and it does look like someone's going to get his sooner rather than later. Here comes Beans and Major Maniac. Snoopy, Island player on the other side of the map. It is a big snap from Beans. Wins the fight with the rival 9. Can he get the second? He cannot. Pred, 2v1.
Can't believe he made it through the door, but now the issue is he's going to have to run back and check the bomb. Major certainly able to hear the door get kicked open, but here's the timing. Can he make it? He cannot. Pred, maybe like my ranked played teammates, not quite in position to give it the old college try.
Good looks there again, though, from Major Maniac. He immediately transitions. Here's the door bang, throws his shoulder for a second, makes a 50-50 guess. Is he going to be in front of me, or is he going to be on that secret platform below? And he does get the good read. Would he have been able to actually stop the kill onto Snoopy? That's the next question, but either way, you'll take that happily, Boston Breach. Lovely equalizer found there. Here we go. Boston on attack.
And shout out to Beans as well for the first blood, able to get the rival 9 as well. I think with an MCW, might not win that gunfight against Dashy, so being the difference maker in the round is now Optic. Aggressive through the middle of the map. Shotzi and Pred working together. And Priest the man to deal with. He was untradeable on this map time and time again in the hard point. Well, how about the trades here in S&D? Reaction time good enough for Shotzi. We got a 3v3.
3v3, Beans lines them up. Lovely shots down range. Kenny with a trade. 2v2 now. Over to Major Maniac. The lone defender of the bomb for the moment.
There's the smoke too. Here's the one-way time.
Stuck him. Snoopy gets a big one. Can he get the second? He can't. Kenny? Whoa, that's the Major 1v1. Wins it. Boston take the lead.
And that's just aggressive as well. No time wasted over by the A site. They sort of felt Dashy's presence by B. Don't want to deal with that, and able to handle the retake as well. Again, credit to Priesta on the flank, at least able to get that entry kill, catch Optic slipping, and in the 3 versus 3 again, just effective trades, right? Beans able to get his one against Dashy. Kenny might be able to trade it out, but Major Maniac, certainly the player you want last alive on your team.
Good work again on the damage front from Snoopy there. Lovely stick on a shot, so he changes the game, and the damage into Kenny basically guarantees it. 2-2 split here from Boston, 2 towards the pool side of the map. Spots Kenny. Oh, and Snoopy, you wanted that. An awkward spot to be in now. Daddy used. There's no way Kenny's going to fall for this one. Meanwhile, the A-bomb site wide open, free, planted. See you later, lads. There's the retake.
Yeah, Fred aggressive down the lane, or maybe going to back out and play underground. But they've got intel on everything. It is going to be a triple hit through you. Best of luck here for Boston.
Chelsea starts off proceedings with a kill onto Major Maniac there. Spree's now done. Snoopy, check the corner, gets it wrong. Dashy with a freebie. Priester, though, does manage to find one. Slow things down, but you don't have a whole lot of time to burn. Fred with a trade. Lovely work. 20 on the clock. Beans in a tough spot.
Yeah, and nothing you can do. 18 seconds left. Going to get shot in the back. And a moment for Boston where I don't know if they entirely knew what they wanted their game plan to be for the retake. Major Maniac gets caught down the lane as Priesta is wrapping through the middle of the back to him. So instead of trying to triple hit through you, they wanted to go for a 2-2 push. But by the time they make that decision, well, the dominoes already start falling. And whether that be because smoke doesn't actually make it out or maybe something they talked over beforehand. But either way, small mishap there for Boston. No retakes, and that A-bomb site reigns supreme.
Good old A-bomb site. I do think the smoke here must have been eaten by the trophy system, so that is a huge loss actually in the round, especially for the teams trying to retake in this position. Beans there, the lone man of security, 3 through middle of the map for Optic, and Dashi once again. The man loves those long-range fights. Stop giving to him.
Well, they'll take it right back. Priest able to get one. Shotzi in for the kill, nice and quick as well, and gets out of dodge. So at least you get trades on one end. And again, that B site, not one I would be favoring if I was Boston.
Shotzi with a lovely sort of drive-by information there. He hops over the gap, past the threshold, spots those players out. And Beans holding it down alone. Kenny with a trade, all down to Priester now in the 1v2. He's moving through the middle of the map. He has not been spotted yet. And this is an interesting moment for a man with a rival 9. Can he clutch? No,
we cannot. Kenny slam that door immediately. And another moment for Boston. We're just not completely coordinated. I mean, Beans completely committed to the fight on you. And I mean, he got his one, but Priesta had a different concept in mind and maybe a little bit split, a little less coordinated. Optic, again, their trades have been on point. Pred loses a 1. You got Shotzi flying in for the kill. And then obviously if they win their ones, no complaints there. Dashi still holding that B-side down.
Yeah, locking it. And by pull, that fresh air, Bruce. It's the wind through his long hair right now. That is, he's
Wolverine.
He's getting close to me at this point in time. But quick bomb recovery from Pred there with a 1-round advantage for Optic Texas. How are we looking? Was Boston deep over towards A? You've made the B side of the map a dangerous place to be right now. Dashi winning those fights, you just let him have it. But we're wrapping chance all the way around.
Yeah, Shotzi made it into your spawn before Boston made it to the halfway point of the map, so they're gonna wrap back. And Beans, he wins some crazy ones. Oh, he is gonna get it there. He does it again.
Oh my god, that is a ridiculous win at that range against Shotzi. Fred trades out Snoopy. Good work. 30 seconds on this one. Boston with a life lead.
I should have trusted my instinct. I knew we were in some weird ones. Should have just shut up after that, but 2v3 Optic still can hold this down.
You've got all over the bomb site, Boston Breach. You have to now guess the fight. Pred, he's going to be by Tiki. You know it. It's such a common spot. Will he time this one right? He doesn't. Dashi now. 1v2 done. Boston Breach with a defuse and just a few seconds to spare. Lovely composure. All squared up 3-3.
Yeah, that's a great call by Boston as well, just to sort of push Dashi out. You see Pred going to check the bomb and gets bamboozled, expecting somebody to hop it, but Boston make the heads-up call, and Beans, again, can just win some very difficult gunfights. I mean, Shotzi has him dead to rights 9 times out of 10, but the drop shot just so quick on the reaction time, and get to see it here. Yeah, headshot, multiplier, drop shot. Beans had all the sauce.
He got one headshot in there. You saw the double X. That was a triple X rated play, if you ask me, though. But that is the round winner right there. We're going to A, and we're going to headbutt each other. Here comes Beans. No one's looking down low. They're not going to check it.
It's hard to make a play, though. It's hard to get these kills from Fred. And that's exactly why. Yeah, timing stuff.
Middle of the map, though. Kenny bangs it wide open, looking for a few more. That damage is huge. Gets away with his life, but he is the only life for Optic here in this round. Can Boston take advantage of this? The answer is absolutely. Priester tags him back. Boston keep rolling.
That's like the difference maker of like the underground push too. You have to know the timing so well, and that comes with a lot of experience and a little bit of luck as well. I know when Optic played against the subliners, they had it dialed into a T. Pred gives it an attempt there, but Boston, I mean, they were watching it like hawks. So that just shuts down the entire concept of the defensive setup there from Optic. And I mean, you saw the stat earlier, a 7 S&D loss spree. They're going against Boston, who are also on a 5-map S&D loss spree, and whichever team loses here, a little bit extra demoralized, I would say.
Truly. Well, back over to B we go. Again, Optic Texas, a free and open pool. No one's going to be making it there just yet. Boston still applying the sunscreen, I can only assume. Jossie, great timing. Priester there knew something was up, but it's not going to matter. That's the bomb down, and that is a man down.
It's the exact same strat just about where Shotzi flies through and Boston just not appreciating the map space that Optic could have been taking. In the meantime, Snoopy is going on a world tour of a flank, and you killed Pred, not Shotzi. You know he's nearby.
Hold it. Shotzi still keeping close. Beans, will he tag him back? The nade pushes Dashy back. Beans gets into the fray, and that is wonderful timing from Shotzi. He's going to stay alive. Last man left alive, though, for his squad. Has to win this fight. Has to win it. Gets it. Looking towards the bomb now, but in the smoke, utter chaos. Can Snoopy win this 1v1? And it's not going to matter. It was pistols at the bar, and Shotzi walks away with it.
Yeah, and there was one way that Shotzi could have won that round, and well, it was just indeed the one way. Easy pun to make, but I mean, that is sort of the smoke cheese that we have been seeing at the pro level. Smokes look different from different perspectives. So the guy standing in the smoke, if he's at the edge, can see you clear as day, but you see Snoopy's issue. Trying to see somebody in it, near impossible. So Shotzi just buying time, buying the gunny, and poor Snoopy. I mean, he goes on a world tour to make the play and nearly does it, but Boston get punished again.
Very deep. Punishing enough to tie up the 4-4 here on 6-star. The 4 spree from Shotzi. Can he make it 5? The answer is no. He eats a nade. In the meantime, he doesn't see Major Maniac sneak by, but Optic are all over that B bomb site. Snoopy on a flank. If he gets there a little faster, it might help out. Major Maniac from the pool. Here comes Shotzi. Gets himself kill number 5.
Yeah, and this could be huge if he gets the cruise missile as well, so wants to bait for his teammates. Snoopy, though, talk about taking some map space, wins the gunfight against Dashy, gives you a 2 versus 2, and talk about an important round. 4-4 tie right now in the game, and of course, Shotzi, if he wins it, gets a cruise missile for the next one.
We're going to check this. There's the smoke. There's one. And we're on the edge of that smoke. Absolutely. Big damage into Shotzi. Will he be able to get the kill? He's got not a lot of time, and he's trapped on the site.
And he's playing for the kill, too. He just wants one. Cares less about the round, because they're not going to give it to him. Just wants to find number 6, but Boston literally showing and giving him nothing. And the angle, not good enough. Snoopy there to shut it down, and what a big round for Boston. Snoopy again. Previous round goes on a massive flank, nearly makes the game-winning play, but the smoke really shuts that down well. Takes the map space again, catches Dashy, and just barely gets away with 15 extra HP, but makes it a 2v2. Snoopy making some plays.
He smells the cheese a mile away. And that time it was stinky enough to be avoided. Big moment here from Boston Breach. It's map point, and it's history in the making. Optic on the attack.
Yeah, this is to snap a 14 map loss streak right now, I believe, for Boston. So it'd be nice just to feel a W at all.
There's the opening smoke, but it is a ruse. No one's moving at all, except over towards the B-bomb site, and that's where Beans is, and that's where Beans will hold first blood.
Can he live as well? Able to heal up at the very least, so ready for the next gunfight. Has the intel, sees 2 players, has help on the trades, but Beans doesn't need it because Beans is omnipresent, shutting him down. How dare you try to mess with him?
Oh, it's happened! Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe what we've seen. The end of the drought is over, and that man on your screen just turned Optic Texas inside out. What an unbelievable 3-piece. History made. Boston Breach have won a map.
And it's just like he takes extra bullets too. I swear, like as so many gunfights for Beans, he gets away 1 HP, I think multiple times against Shotzi as well. So not enjoying that gunfight. You think you know how much damage it takes for Beans, just a little bit extra. And it is a little funny as well for Beans, just the fact that, I mean, he loves S&D specifically against Optic. I don't know what it is, but 3 first bloods, 11 kills as well. And the difference maker in multiple rounds. I mean, keep in mind, Beans had the round where he's playing down low, gets the first blood, picks up the rival, has to kill Dashy a little bit later down the road after that. Has the round where he's drop shotting against Shotzi, getting the headshot multiplier with the MCW being the impact difference maker as well. And then the final one, Beans just calls it. So almost single-handedly winning you 3 different rounds. Beans, MVP for sure.
A superhuman performance. The last time Boston Breach won a map, which was Search and Destroy, was May 31st. Congratulations to them on getting on the board. That B could not look any sweeter for them. B for Beans, B for Boston Breach. Well, that is a 1-1 in the series, Chance. And all them 3-0s. Look, it has to start somewhere. We'll see what happens on the control. But for now, Boston Breach, I mean, is it Pringles? Once they've stopped, will they, or once they're popped, can they be stopped? Is, I suppose, the question of me. Optic Texas, time to bounce back here on control. We're going to go to a very quick commercial break in a moment, folks, but as you can see, a very, very spicy search and destroy there. No? Oh.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Where were you when Boston Breach found their big win in this historic losers run? An unbelievable precedent set chance. The series loss streak is still alive, but the map loss spree has come to a close. I mean, one more and they would have been about as disappointed as the Flock to it, you know, girl's dad is right now. As her 15 minutes of fame stretched into 72 hours. They want to search. Let's try a respawn now, says the X.com. Pluto says Benjamin Beans is him, which is all true. They've ended the 50 map losing streak and the 5 S&D map losing streak. The last time they won series was what? St. Paddy's Day. There's a long time ago. Woohoo! Well, Boston, you have the opportunity to do something incredibly funny right now and win this control as well. Here we go. We'll start things off though with Optic on defense.
Yeah, and this might very well be Beans' map as well. Again, his damage numbers have been consistently top-notch on almost every map that he plays. Doesn't really matter the game mode, but control are times where he's just a titan in the lobby. You see Pred and Dashy double chop just to take him down off the rib. So a nice little cheeky strat off the opening break to take care of Beans, but Snoopy's the most important one to kill, and he didn't get him. Beans and Priesta off respawn as well, able to pick up a couple and outforce the action over towards this B zone. Boston, they be biting off more than they can chew. Priesta by himself needs way more help.
He will get some of that help in a moment. Dashy, there you can see him on the left-hand side of the screen. Here come the boys on the right. Perfect retake situation there on the B zone. Not able to get into it. Oh, they line up. Oh, God. It's okay, though. It was salvaged. As far as you're concerned for the Optic fans, PTSD might have just hit. A single segment at 8 closed out. The B work will be dealt with. Also, now aggression towards spawns of Boston.
And Boston also never went for the A capture. They didn't try to fight the two front war. They wanted to jump on B as quickly as possible. But now in these mixy moments, not going to be easy to capture A either. And Pred on the prowl trying to chase down a Beans, and Boston. Is your guesswork good enough? Instincts on point right now. Optic still collecting kills.
You might lose him, but he keeps the snapper on hand to find that kill, and he will get himself an MCW nearly for his trouble. But there we go, back into the trap we now go. Boston, good luck breaking out of this with 30 seconds to spare. Not a huge amount of lives lost, and that's absolutely fine. For now, the time will be the thing that brings him down.
Dashy will be the thing that maybe just brings Boston down. Going vertical on this one as well, spinning in circles, waiting for the chow, but Boston, even with this little time on the game clock, we're really waiting to make that happen. They're gonna stop it, get a triple stack in with 13 seconds left, but if I'm Pred, I'm pouncing. Get on this zone and try to stop it before they can capture it, but Optic, different ideas. They're gonna let that zone fall.
Optic are all over the map right now. Kenny in your spawn, complete coverage. You have yet to deal with all the members of Boston. Major Maniac, the last man standing here. It is absolutely him against the world right now. His teammates have pushed out. And Major Maniac looking to help the boys escape the trap. Dashy dealt with. Wow, he was giving him the hands as well.
That's a force spree as well, so major opportunity here to make the extra play. Playing for the kills and maybe a little bit of intel. Major picks up number 5. Now the trades are rolling through. Trying to keep track of where it actually is. Yeah, the overseer for Kenny, but Dashy a little bit too quick. You see the aggression Optic are playing with. Dashy, I mean, flying at you from the top ropes to get top red. Boston running out of time. 25 seconds on the clock. They need to touch it just to stop the clock.
Just to stop the clock, but the life count as well getting very tight. Optic with the 11 lives left. I mean, a single sweep of kills will certainly help out. No one showing face whatsoever to Beans. He's going to have to go hunting for these kills. His teammates are getting picked apart. A couple of trades. Uh-oh, Kenny walks out into trouble. Beans finds at least one. The clock's still ticking. Anyone able to get themselves close to the zone? No one able to fly forward. Chotty, nice 2. Make it 3. Can indeed. And that will be the round.
Yeah, the sneakiest bust spot of all time. I don't know if it's going to be checked more at champs, but it is just so. It's just, yeah, it literally is abnormal. Teams are a little bit better about it now and like search and destroy just to weed it out, but it is just such a sort of unique spot on the map that it doesn't feel good until you use it, and then it's just godlike.
Yeah, it's so close as well. I mean, this is what Shotzi's POV from that spot. 1, 2, 3. I mean, Priesta, if not being shoulder to shoulder there with his teammate, the opportunity for the 4th there would have been great. But Shotzi, front of the bus, had himself a good time.
And also, just a side note on this, we saw Kenny hop up on the bus stop as well. He loves that. Just throwing that out there, it just tickles me for some reason.
More than getting tickled right now, all these cars exploding. Beans, once again, the first man to be brought down in back-to-back rounds.
I was going to say, I was expecting Shotzzy to get traded, but Snoopy actually jumped at the worst possible time. And now Shotzzy showing off the moves. Yeah, maybe an accident there in that moment. But either way, look at this. Pred found his way towards the B zone. He's going to be playing for the kills before he hops to the point, and this might end up working perfectly. Beans cross in front of him. There's a free B. Number 2 in line. Pred playing for the kills. He's going to get him. Now a double stack on this B zone. Takes 22 seconds for 2 players to get this done.
And they've got the 2 players. It's Kenny and Pred. Freestar walks right into that one. Slight reposition now. And Kenny on the back room, he'll be safe for a while. 2 segments gone at both zones. It's a race, which B will win. They're coming around the corner right now on the outside. The B zone, oh, but it's a contest there. The B zone's been stopped. The A zone continuing to get captured. B zone down and out, done. Both zones cleaned up, and my God, was it close. That could have been a moment.
Yeah, and this is a map of decisions. You had map number, or in the first round, excuse me, Boston tried to full force it over towards B and ended up getting punished. Optic truly fighting the 2-front war, and barely they get it here before Dashy stops it, but 2 players have to make that investment. So Optic do have an open door just to walk back over towards the A zone. Admittedly, though, they are taking a little bit of time to make it happen, but they should be good. Boston going for the decap. They'll be playing the long game. 2 minutes to defend this B zone.
That's a crazy situation to be in. You test your luck a few too many times. Freestar, you have been spotted. A nice throw. Oh, nice shots as well. Pred finally able to get it. Over to Beans. Takes care of 1. Minute 40 in the game clock. Snoopy, oh, he let it rip with the trigger. Can he find the second player as well? It would be very nice, but it doesn't matter. His teammates are there for it. And magnificent defensive work there at Boston. They're all down.
All 4 very clean, and Priest the only man to fall in that situation. That's interesting timing. Maybe Shotzzy a little bit of revenge and showing off the smooth moves from whatever cam he wants. Shotzzy flying so fast that Boston just got a clean 4 down, and he's already behind you.
You'd never know. You'd never be able to guess this. His teammates are taking a little bit longer. They're having to fight their way through Boston. 2 members now for Optic on it, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Here comes Shotzzy, right into the feed. Onto the zone. Beans, oh, he's just been obscured. Can Beans find a 2-piece? He does! What a save! Boston again.
Shotzzy hates fighting Beans. I feel like he just does it time and time again. But either way, because Shotzzy was able to get here, it just alleviates so much pressure on the map. A team kill there from Optic, but still winning some of the gunfights. Looking for the final set of trades, but Dashy, last man standing, well, and killed his teammate with a nade. He dies to a nade. You gotta love the synergy.
Unbelievable work. Major Maniac again there. The Renetti, the last one. 3 spree again as we're into the final minute of the second round. Snoopy with a nade of his own. Dashy from inside. Another big win. Last man left alive, Beans. Can he find the heroics again?
This is going to be bad for our hearts. And, well, Dashy, Renetti, clock has been stopped. 5 lives remaining, but only 6 for Boston. And, well, now Texas, only the last man standing, but you're able to sit in through the door. It's an inch away for the cap, and Major Maniac and Priesta gonna get it done.
What a round from Boston Breach. I don't believe it. The 3-man stack was dealt with. Optic certainly feeling the sting there.
Yo, and Major Maniac, 15 and 7.
My guy.
Yeah, not the expectation. He's an S&D guy. You want him to go about even in the respawns, but if he's popping off, that man is putting in some serious work. But there's the moves from Priesta, too. In the chaos, just delivers. And that's a round where Optic nearly captured both zones at the exact same time. Boston stopped both. 2 ticks had gone through. That was 2 minutes of defense that Boston stayed out on top. And now they're going straight towards B.
And not to mention the 3 pixel-perfect saves they managed to land. Shotzzy traded. Wow, what an unbelievable game of control this has been so far. A bit of Priest trying to get in. He's trying to help his teammate out at this moment in time. It's a B and A hit. Snoopy fighting solo for now. Shotzzy, he wins 1. The trade's again good. Over to Snoopy. Can't win anymore. Be safe. Over to A.
And the A zone going to be maybe a little bit slow. Actually, the Boston player hopping off to look for some extra kills. And this is still a mixing moment. Still keeping the pressure over towards this B zone. Kenny on defense has a couple players looking at it. He's shooting at everybody, but he's getting traded and overwhelmed. Priest has made it behind you, but Optic are aware. Kenny has called this out, and Pred will be able to hunt him down. Beans now by himself, maybe looking for a little bit of magic once again.
He's looking for a little bit more than magic at this point in time. He's going to need a miracle. Optic are flying in. Oh, it's not a miracle he needed. It's simply Major Maniac. He finds one out of it, and an awkward battle towards the back line. Priest is now going to be here, as Boston have started to effectively trade chance like a pro team, like we know they are. They're actually trading. I don't believe what I'm seeing. The second segment at A gone as well.
And they're going to have so much time, because, yeah, Optic not going to be able to defend this A zone. It's been a solo capture virtually this entire time, so maybe extra drains on the life front. So 20 remaining for both teams. It's plenty for a moment. Definitely going to have to be careful the longer this goes, because as you pointed out, the trades, I mean, they're just out and about all over the place.
19 and 9 for Major Maniac. There's the 20th kill for Spree. Here comes 21. Oh, I called that one a little prematurely. Oh dear. Dashy and Shotzi pairing up, pushing those players out of the top side of the map towards the middle. That's where Beans is, and we're looking towards at least 1 or 2 kills here. His patience has paid off in previous rounds. We'll see if it can happen again.
Well, this is an interesting standoff moment between him and Kenny. And, well, Kenny didn't even have to be too big of a factor. Pred gonna get him through the wall. What a stun as well, just to disrupt it. Snoopy still able to pick up an extra one, but just because Dashy has been hanging out in the junkyard, Boston are consistently going to be spawning so far away, means you're going to have to execute the pushes just a little bit better.
1 minute to go. Optic to take the lead. Snoopy opens up one. Here come the flow of reinforcements for Boston Breach. Shotzi with a quick trade. Lovely shots from Kenny. Oh dear, bad timing. Priester somehow finds a way through. Pred on the defense once again. Trades. 3 members of Boston on the approach now.
How many can cross? Beans and Snoopy able to get out. They're going to be causing chaos, but that's it. Only 2. Shotzi playing for the spawners, and he catches the reinforcements and catches everything, including Kenny's bullets. Shotzi always behind you, always making the heads-up play.
Tremendous damage. 6 lives left for Boston, 11 on Optic. 25 seconds on the clock. He got one more good hit at this one. Pred, he and Shotzi pushing the front line forward. The pinch is now on. Will Major Maniac read this? Oh, it doesn't matter. He can't hit a thing. It's 3 in the feed. 3 lives remaining as Shotzi once again floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
And, well, unfortunately, Major not punching like a heavyweight. He's sort of fighting like I do in my dreams. Just a little bit too much sand in his system. And Optic take full advantage of it. 2-1 up now in round count, and Kenny certainly feeling the stress.
They all are. I truly believe they are feeling this one.
I will say, on paper, if you'd asked me before this series, this would have been the map that Boston have sort of the closest odds on. Still would have picked Optic for it, but certainly with a little bit of magic like that, yeah, Shotzi just overtime. Collecting extras to his highlight reels. Such a nuisance.
Yeah, it's lovely work. Map point, Optic Texas to take the lead here in the series. Boston, let's see what you've got on a defensive round.
It'll be standard stuff from Optic at the very least, and effectively standard stuff for Boston on defense as well. But Shotzi, the thorn in your side, already making his impact, and you think he might be going towards B. You got Major Maniac effectively waiting for Shotzi to cross. Meanwhile, Shotzi on the other side of the map, Pred flying around as well. The jungle gym that is Karachi. Optic feasting so far on offense.
And lovely work from Dashy there to stay alive. He just lays prone, trusts his teammates to get the job done, and that is it. He's still capturing the point. Pred keeping him safe again. 23 and 19 from the young Australian. Here comes the Preddy Deddy play. Will he be able to get anything out of it? He should be able to get some map presence and maybe even get that pressure towards B. So far, Boston giving up A, lining up for the last chance here on the map.
And Pred, maybe a decision of whether or not he wants to flank everybody else, going straight through red. Priesta gets one, gets traded out. Here's the pressure on the zone. Shotzi for 31 kills, and, well, now he's behind you, as is tradition. Good reads, though, from Beans. Beans against Shotzi. Not the sort of rivalry I was expecting, but Beans making an impact, and, well, Shotzi, he is the reinforcement. And he's just free and clear. I'd be Priesta not even watching the cross, so Shotzi behind enemy lines again.
Yeah, there is a crazy string. It's now 3 players there for Optic closer to the zone. Dashy, the only man on the capture. Oh, bit of bad timing again. A lot of to and fro-in, and Priester once again proven to be a pain in the arse. Can he deal with Shotzi? He can. Priester finds another. Kenny with the immediate trades, and the reinforcement battle now brings the fight to the car park.
And this is so delicate too. These are moments for Boston where you have to be able to get these trades to force the round 5, because Optic, it's going to be a constant flood. They're getting the close spawns. They're going to be active in Major Maniac. You're playing it from a passive position. It does not feel good as an MCW. The trades, Boston maybe coming out on top. Priesta for 3. Again, it is only Snoopy that can shut him down.
We saw the 47th team kill of the series so far. A fake stat, but look at this pressure. Kenny, big damage. Beans holding him back. Priesta with a nade once again. As Boston try to strengthen the line. Priesta on the back alley again, wins another against Shotzzy. Reinforcements on the flow. Dashy with his. Snoopy finding the kills, and that is a 1 life difference at this moment in time and a minute to go.
Hey, this honestly, it's looking like it's coming down to lives as well. So whichever team recognizes that first, maybe going to be on point. But Dashy throws his life away in that moment, runs into the pre-aim of Priesta. And now, well, you're looking for the trades, but Pred dancing between everybody, runs into the pre-aim of Priesta. Shotzzy behind you again, as is tradition. Working with Kenny, trying to make the play.
It's a 5 spree from Priesta. Snoopy sends it. As Shotzzy pumping his way towards the point. Major Maniac on the pinch. Defensively well done. Out of Boston again. Pred fighting forward. Beans holding him bay as well. This is non-stop, and it might be coming down the kills. Can Priesta get one more for the cruise? No, it's done. Kenny gets it. The clock goes red. 15 to go.
You just got to win a 1. Just win a 1. Major Maniac gives you 1 against Pred. Beans gives you 1 against Shotzzy. A 4 versus 2, but no time on the cross. Major actually maybe going to give it up in the final second, but the stun connects, and devastation in that round. Fantastic game of TDM being played right there, and Optic feeling the heat. That's a moment where Boston just need to make sure you're consistent with the trades, and they delivered. That's a hell of a round, too. I'm pretty sure Priesta might have just completely popped off. I don't know how many got in that round, but I think double digits might have been on the horizon.
Oh my god, it was ridiculous series of kills from Priesta there. Optic just unable to find an opening. At what point does the mental game start to
if Boston win this, it gets serious, by the way, if Boston wins this, Matt, because of the S&D woes for Optic Texas.
Final round in this honestly historic series. Nameless has been calling it a banger all day, and those who thought he was trolling, you were wrong. This has been quite the contest so far. Priesta finds himself his first. Will not read Kenny in that position, though. Over towards A on the capture we go.
Yeah, still, though, if that's the opening break from Optic, 2 players over towards B like that, should be easy to capture the A zone. Snoopy gets a little left out to dry, though, but at least you get the trades on Pred after the fact. But I mean, these are not players right now for Boston getting active. They've just given Optic so much space on the defensive end, and you've yet to actually stop the clock. Dashy back in Junkyard. He is behind you. Now Beans being the lone man on the objective. Boston a little bit scattered right now. The timing slightly off, and they might get punished for it.
Yeah, Major Maniac in the far forward position gets brought down, as does everybody else. And now Optic try and tighten the grip around Boston here on the map. Beans and Major Maniac fight their way out. Shotzzy with a sweet corner. It should be good for at least 1 from here, but we've seen it change time and time again. There it is, Major Maniac. Quick read onto the zone.
Ooh, failed moves there from Kenny, and I would do the same thing. If you can't hit the hop, just make sure you do it on foot. And Beans isn't picking up the flank just yet, so Kenny should have at least 1 freebie. There it is, and now Major Maniac may be food for fodder. Too many different directions to look, and feet too big. Kenny from the power position gets it done, and I mean, now Boston might have to flood over towards this B zone, but that is not by choice. It is by force. It's a painful spot to be in.
Kenny, lovely damage. Not enough to get the kill, though. Optic now moving forward, and nobody felt to call that one out, apparently, as Kenny finds kill number 5 in a row.
And again, like, just around the objective, Boston just leaving each other out to dry near the zone, and that's a 3, make it 4-man wipe in Boston. I don't know what kind of breakdown you just experienced in this round, but Kenny's standing in your spawn, bored, waiting for gunfights.
And he was literally standing right in the middle, and Optic have just done a lap of your spawn, and it's everything in the feed. It's guns, nays, and fists. Pure violence. And here comes the streaks from Kenny, just to make sure. Boston, complete shutout in the final round as Optic take the lead.
Man, and I don't know what happened on the opening break, but we watched Priesta get a kill on the flank and then gets the call out that Kenny's also nearby towards B. And then someone from Optic also filled in red as well. So Optic basically have only Pred defending the A zone, and somehow when Snoopy's capturing it, his teammates do not have his back, and Pred just gets the kill from top third. So I don't know what happened off the opening break on the other side of the map, but I know for Boston, Navy letting the pressure slip through. Awkward timings in control, and they slowed down tremendously in the final round. So no funny business there in the control. Optic Texas take care of business, and so much credit to Shotty and Dashy. Those two were absolutely shooting.
Working real hard. 7,000 damage there from Shotzi. On the other side of the board, Priestess 35 and 35. It's safe to say the man was well and truly involved in that map. A very, very strong closeout in the final round. And that Karachi control, 16 minutes, folks. That one was certainly a marathon. Whew. Well, what a series this has turned out to be. Highlights from that one, folks, and we really saw it all.
And again, the first 4 rounds, pretty great from both the teams. Round 5, just Boston, absolutely no ice. I know their Game 5 record, 1-12. Their Round 11 record, well, they get an extra one in Map 2, so I think now 2-7 overall, but still not icy. And they're in the Round 5, look like a completely different team, but so much of this is just going to be a Shotzi montage, literally discovering new things about the map every time you watch them play.
Every time. Crazy, crazy saves on the zones. BNA from Boston in the approach towards that final round. We really saw some crazy, crazy close finishes. This was one of them from Priester. Plenty of action there in that Karachi control. Can't wait to see how that one goes down at the Major again. A lot of teams getting very, very good at both attacking and defending. We always end up starting the season off with, oh, this map is favorable to attack on. And by the end of the season, either they're very, very different, thanks to patchwork, or thanks to teams changing strategies or learning how to play these maps a lot better. And I think Karachi's become a real close one. We're always getting blowouts and close ones on Vista Chance. That's the comeback central, and I feel like Karachi is just it's sort of the control equivalent of that in the comeback department.
Yeah, Karachi can quite literally give you anything and everything at any given moment. You can double capture both the zones at the exact same time. You can get put in a spawn trap blender on either side. I don't know. It's thematic. Almost every single different thing you could have in a control map. Karachi quite literally does have it all, but great news from Optic. The S&D might have slipped. You might now be on an 8-lost S&D spree, but you win the nail biter of a Karachi and the Rio hardpoint. These guys should be singing sweet. Obviously, Boston, their hardpoint record has been abysmal throughout this stage. And I mean, Miles, you were correct, actually. One of their higher scoring games was in the map 1, and they only got to 170.
Top three. Hard points so far in stage 4. It ain't good though. It's big time Bond vibes when it comes to the record. Optic Texas at 7-3 on a 4-win spree, 8 loss on the side of Boston. I mean, Charles, the team KD's not massively different across the board, but my God, just not being able to win it for Boston to stay alive in the series and do the unthinkable and force the game 5 on Rio is too tall an order, I fear.
And just to sort of translate the stats into Call of Duty speak, a negative 80-point average loss margin is getting slammed is what that means. Not great, and it is on a consistent basis. It's not a good look when you score 170 points and we're like, hey, that's better than usual. That's not bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Saw a little debut there, or sorry, not debut, but a little cameo from Coach Shawnee, who obviously had a very, very exciting debut playing for Boston Breach this season. Never a great sign when that has to happen, but he played his heart out, and they certainly had a good time. Optic Texas having a good time now as they feel like the series is theirs to truly win now. Can they throw it? That's the question. And will we see a Game 5? Rio hardpoint on the way.
And an 8-4 record means Optic fans going to be quite a bit more comfortable on this map. And I know the record isn't too terrible for Boston at 3-3, but they are not great at holding the hills, and they are not great at breaking them. This is certainly a roster that they have struggled all the same, and Dashy is a shooter. I think that's sort of like the win condition in my mind for Boston. You need the shooters to have those crazy pop-off games, the big moments. We've seen basically every player, I think, but Snoopy maybe this series, sort of take their turns and have those moments, but you need a little bit extra just to be competitive.
2-2 off the rip here for Optic Texas. Nice shots from Snoopy there, soaring. But a little too hot, as Snoopy tends to get. Pred and Shotzzy there make the hard point wide open, make it all Optic Texas, and Major Maniac has to back on up. Too much damage dealt. Priest trades. Lethal affair from Shotzzy as he presses forward and keeps the time flowing.
Yeah, I mean, you more or less win the opening break, you get control of the hill, and then you just check 27 corners where nobody is, and you just die and get broken down. And well, Optic maintaining the spawns as well over towards P2 and keeping the pressure up around the hill. Pred tries to crack down, and Priest is going to catch him, but Optic are happy to trade away the final maybe 15 seconds of scrap. They'll be at a small deficit, but they have a wild setup on the new hill. So much so that Shotzzy is re-pinching P1. Boston, if I'm them, you hit the go button and work this guy in the flank. Kenny, he has tucked himself in a deep pocket in the map and can only give you one.
Oh, through the front, Shotzzy Beans trades out. Wait, Beans, whoa! It's a big win from Dashi. Pred now moving as fast as he possibly can. Brilliant tags in a Priest of the air. Great catch. That could have been a big problem there for the setup for Optic, but they've got P2 now, they've got the time, and they've got everyone from Boston coming down one alley until Priest hits the wrap.
Yeah, bad timing there from Ken. Priesta maybe on a slightly late there on the pinch, but it ends up working out for Boston. Just to try to open up the floodgates, but Dashi trying to slow him down because Shotzzy on the pinch can't give you anything but damage. Boston have the break, and all for the final 20 seconds right now, Boston just want to keep Optic pinned back in their spawn, make them fight as long as possible. These guys like Beans are rotating over towards New. And well, only 10 seconds for the final bit of scrap Optic able to collect, and this would be Boston's opportunity to now get back on the game. All 4 players up, and they are turtling, waiting for the pressure to come to them.
It's a 2-man lineup on the back line here. Priest and Major Maniac take care of their first. Beans gets the second there on a Shotzzy, the middle of the map. So Optic take a couple of big hits. Pred somehow winning that sensational gunfight. Hardpoint now in contest. Dashi and Shotzzy punch on through, and that's their time.
Yeah, and Boston turtled so hard that now they lose the spawns. They let Optic just get up and take control to grab the time and block it. I mean, that entire setup for Boston was basically just praying that Beans wins the fight on the players that come in there through boxes, and well, that's tough. You're not going to have success.
Not going to have it at all. Firing squad to the back line here by the arcade. Pred. He gets at least one more out of it. Snoopy once again just absolutely full sends into the point. Good news, you're going to get 12 seconds of scrap time. Bad news, you have a long way to go. Your Optic players are now, okay, the pinch might be on here. Major Maniac causing problems. Shots has got the front covered. If Kenny, can he get 2 here? That'd be huge. No, you've still got an open avenue to work with, and spawns are a little squirrely.
Yeah, not fun to be Shotzzy in this moment with Rival 9. Dashi calling out, well, all 3. He's going to be screaming for help, but it's the man in boxes that takes him down, and Beans doing so much. Shotzzy shooting players out of the sky, but can't get it done, and, I mean, hey, the pinch for Boston, at least able to break the hill to make things mixy. Question is, though, who can come out on top? Kenny hunting players down. The reinforcements for Optic are in, and, well, now they have a bit of stability.
I think the damage was the difference maker there. Optic got so much damage into those attackers that they weren't able to take out those straight gunfights. You do allow Optic to get in there on the second push. The second wave nearly you can't change the difference between the first wave and the second wave. Just one big hit there. Optic at the break. 15 seconds to go here. Chance they've still got firm control here on the map while this caster resets.
And Boston not watching the pinch. Dashi times it out perfectly, so he's on a 4 spree, and Boston, they win the rotation in the sense that they get there first, but they're effectively trapped on the back steps, and, well, Dashi there to hunt you down, him and Kenny for the first trade. So Boston, the early rotation for what? Didn't even bother to watch the flank. Get broken down instantly.
Pred eating bullets. Boston going for it. They're getting closer and closer. The trophies are working. Snoopy once again with a 49th team kill. He hates Priesta. Hates him so much. Another team kill. And Pred's still alive in this life as he's dancing around. Shotzzy backing him up. Whoa, a little bit windy there as Pred finds it. Trades again. Optic. They've got the kills, not the time just yet.
Yeah, and then Boston, like, you know, they're sort of playing like a default game. They're doing some standard stuff. A lot of the plays are fine, but they're never really giving you any bit extra. And obviously Optic, well, when they get the kills, they capitalize and, I mean, just take you down, pin you back and spawn, and just really a fully forced effort. And again, they'll make plays like this, and Pred just going such a distant route to get behind you, so Pred willing to give you a little bit extra. And now Boston on the rotation of P1, just endlessly getting shot in the back.
Oh, yeah. Back to P1 we go. Optic Texas. Happy to be here. Really, really happy. Huge smiles across across their faces. They soak this away. Couple of kills though. The Shotzi finds himself in a bit of trouble. Holds it together. Beans and Snoopy, see you later, boys. Major Maniac with the final cleanups, and Boston with the break.
Major Maniac nicely timed out there on the flank, or maybe just off the spawn. That's it. Closed door at the wrong time, and they're getting peppered up with nades and stuns. Priest, a good time to go on this pinch. Freebie there on Dashy, and a couple more players lined up. Number 2 there for Priesta, and well, then the chaos continues, and Optic come out on top.
They're right on top with 15 seconds to spare. Boston, you caused some problems, but you didn't cause enough of a problem. Bees with a rival 9, a problem in its own right. Can he get another one here? He can. Nice work. All 4 down. That's time, and that spawns for New.
In any pro team, you get 4 down like that, you take advantage of it, and you start running the score up. So a 70-point difference in these two teams at the start of this hill, and Priesta, veteran player, knows how to win, gets aggressive, picks up 2 spawners, and look who never blocked the back spawn. Shout out Boston. Optic might just get this break.
They should get this break, and that is it. The sting is in. Major Maniac can't win an impossible gunfight, and Priesta has to try and do it all. Well, that's Dashy. That's nearly it. There's 30 seconds remaining at this point as Boston scramble to try to make something of this bad situation, as Optic just sitting at hard point, boys, and keep smiling.
I mean, come on. Like, you get a 4-man white. Priest does the right thing. He pushes up. He gets the spawners, and then you don't even block spawns.
So, look,
like, what are we talking about here, man?
It's the first day, man, all right? They've managed to get a map win. They're just looking at
They haven't won in over 3 months.
And here we go. It might not be the day today. 185 and climbing. Boston with a rotation to New. Can they find the kills?
And 1 player in the hill and 3 players sitting in the back spawn. Hey, if you get the gim fights though, you absolutely can deal out some damage from the back, and they obviously have the intel on Dashy as well. But Dashy doing a nice job, doesn't throw away his life, waits for his teammates to get in the mix, and gives you a little bit extra.
A little bit of extra sauce here. Dashy on a 3. Can't get the 4th. Beans there with the big kills. Kenny from upstairs, the last man here for Optic to cause any kind of problems. He's done. So, Boston, Breach, congratulations on a lovely P3.
This is great too. Still though, 25 seconds to fight for, and again, you can want the spawns on this side for the new time. So Optic gonna keep the fight up. Dashy, the man trying to deal out some damage, gets caught in. Beautiful trades. That is an incredibly...
A lot of players in the time. Even better news for Optic, you have to worry about streaks, so you're safe from above. Trophies will be in place. Pred has got himself on the inside, over towards the site as well. Hard point, plenty of players. Trades now starting. Bad time from Pred, gives it up. Snoopy flies on in. Last man, Kenny. Can he find any more? No, that's the break. Boston are in.
And I swear, watching it, it's almost like Optic are just like expecting things to be a little bit faster. Boston a little bit slower on the decision making, so the Call of Duty timing ends up working out in their favor. So big moment to get the break in 30 seconds. Maybe they're just going to do it the hard way to tie this game up. Now Priesta cut off kills. Can't quite give you the second, but the trades are in.
He's looking fine out there. We're on the way to a lead change. Let's find out if it happens in this listen-in with Boston Breach.
There's a big time. I'm leaving. Okay, leave. I want one fucking break right here. Let's take mid to each other mid. Talk to each other mid. I'm not sure you get. 3, 2, 1. Nothing new. You, Fred. Run away. Fred, weak. That's it. Okay, weak. I'll help you mid. 3 seconds. I'll see mid. Reset. You back him left. Let's work you, Eric. Yeah, I'm trying. So late time. You want me? Weak. Left corner. Mid-bridge, you want you, Kenny, you. Hold bridge. Nice, man, shit too, looking for one. I'm on shot. Looking for one. I'm weak. Stand up. I'm on shot. Push it. One time, he's time. I'll get time. Yeah, 3 times. I'll get time. Watch my left. I'll get time in a second, hold on. They're all front. I'm on shot. They're all front. Done. Leave left. I'm getting the lobby. Alright. First guy's Dashy. Kenny, deep left, one shot, bro. They could go. Yeah, one's going info. Yeah, one's going info. Yeah, use deep left shot. Weak. I take time. Eric, you go wait and wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go through box. I'm gonna streak in 2 seconds. I'm streaking in 2 seconds. I'm streaking now, okay? I'm holding. Alright, yo, one's lobby, 2. Put the Zig time and bridge. Zig time, bridge, lobby. 2 and you. 2 and you. I got 1. 3 you and top. Alright, bridge. Lobby. It's you. I think it's you. Last 2. And lobby.
What a battle on the hard point this one is. Kenny gets brought down eventually. Priester, a man who knows how to win a map, fighting with literally everything they've got. Boston in control.
And Priesta giving it the entries. He's waiting for his teammates, setting up on P1. They got the crossfires covered, and Optic now running into death. It was a 90-point deficit in this game, but Boston might be able to do it, might be able to force this game 5. It's going to come down to P2.
Got to be a great P1 and a big old rotation. Shotzi and Dashy in the feed, saving what could be a tough spot to be in. Can Snoopy sneak through? Shotzi spied him out. Big win. Shotzi makes safe the hard point, but here we go. One more break's all you need.
Yeah, never seen that gunfight before. Shotzi always teaching me something new, but there's the nade kill on Kenny, who should spawn out. No, still in the back, but Snoopy gives you an extra entry. Boston here to swarm Kenny off free spawn. Just trying to slow you down, but the Boston players, they're here. 5 seconds, they get the game.
Mix is in. Oh my God, we're going to a game 5. What a day of Call of Duty this is. The pressure has never been higher for Optic Texas. We were joking about it. 11th and 12th seed going toe-to-toe in one of the most competitive series of the day. And it does not feel like that for Optic. You better pull something out special here, boys. You can't win a major and then lose to Boston.
This is actually unreal. I think the most surprised person about that map win might have been Snoopy. His player cam reaction went, oh my, like what? We're back in the game 5 situation again. And I don't know what to think at this point. You have Optic now on an 8 S&D loss spree, on a 4 series loss spree. I know it's against Boston. Boston, the biggest problem all year, it's been the clutches. It's been the map 5s. They were on a 15 map loss spree on top of a 15 series loss spree coming into this series. What a wild way to potentially end the online year for these two teams. I know they got just a little bit left, but it is the second to last day of the online gameplay. And Boston have made this so much more interesting than we ever thought they were going to. But there you see the gap, like 141 to 61 all the way up to 163 to 90, like an 80-70 point difference in the middle section of this game. In just a gargantuan comeback. What a masterclass of a P3, by the way. I know the first time they played, turtle up a little bit, sort of go 50-50, but absolutely capitalize and fix their mistakes the second go around. Really ricocheted them up and launched themselves back into the game. I cannot believe how much composure we just witnessed out of the Boston Breach camp.
Well, Major Maniac is on that team. Can we keep it going here for Boston Breach to end the run? You win a map. Can you win a series in front of a watch party as well? We've got a tweet here worth every penny. We got Tito, we got Smitty out there. I know Doug's there as well. And this has been the most unbelievable day for Boston Breach fans in quite some time. Really, we cannot stress enough how important this is for them to just find some success. I mean, does it matter in the long run? No, they're not going to champs, but they will be going to that major, and what a way to do it. Boston Breach, Optic Texas, Game 5, Rio, search and destroy after the break.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Champs Tracer Pack is available now. The bundle includes a Reaper Operator skin, Ripper Weapon Blueprint, Death Stare Weapon Blueprint, Cuts Deep Charm, 2 calling cards, 2 emblems, and 2 weapon stickers. Use these items in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. Available in store now using Call of Duty points.
folks, in an unprecedented series of events, Boston Breach have managed to not only win a search and destroy, but also win a hard point against your major winners, Optic Texas. And now we find ourselves in deeply, deeply troubling waters. Game 5 here on Rio. Search and destroy has not been good for Optic Texas, and right now, Boston have just sort of rediscovered their ability as a professional Call of Duty team. And oh, Boston with the tweets as well.
Wow. Boston, though, yeah, lost 9 straight game 5s. This has been the biggest problem for the team all year. Boston have always been like maybe sort of middle of the pack in a bunch of different game modes, able to fight, get to the game 5s. But quite literally, if they were like going 50-50 in their game 5s, these guys might be going to champs. Frankly, might not have been like jumbling the rosters up too much, but instead, negative ice has been their issue, and well, an opportunity to clutch up really at the tail end of the year. And what a Kobe. Major Maniac from downtown catches Dashy. Unexpected in the S&D, but man advantage, Boston.
Yeah, that's top side of the minimap. That's from like truck to truck. Beautiful stuff. Beans, huge pressure. I saw that player as well. The bomb down at B. 2-1 split here for the remaining members of Optic Texas. Shotzzy has got to do something special. No, he is eviscerated. And Pred has been spotted as well now. Beans, the pressure applied. And Boston, an immaculate opening round.
That is, I mean, perfect. That is as good as it gets. Exactly how you want to set the tone. No trophies in round 1. I think Major probably got a couple extra tags on Dashy and then just lands it perfectly. And Beans doing his job on the flank as well. And keep in mind from Optic, if they lose this, I mean, it's like a guarantee. They're going to end up in loser's bracket come the major. Even if they win this, they still have pressure on them to win or make it to winner's bracket in the major. So there are certainly stakes on the line. You start loser's bracket at a tournament. That means that tournament is one and done for you. And Optic looking to respond on the attack straight over towards the A site. Beans on a crucial heady, but it's only for the info.
Priester on the inside of the bomb site. Rival 9 in hand. Or is it a Sorg? My God, the first kill was lovely. Here comes the attack on the trade. No one there for it. As Priester managing to just get away with his life. Oh, it's hella awkward, but he's still alive. 2v2.
Him and Major working together, former teammates. He talked about how Major used to play for the old Atlanta FaZe year 1 of the CDL. Well, maybe they have a little bit of chemistry together. Do they make the read on the rotation? By the looks of it, they do. Or maybe they're just jumping back and forth. P-Dog and Major going to be working this together. See if they can isolate a kill. But with 40 seconds left, Optic yet to make a decision, and they have no info on this push.
Uh-oh. Catches one, trades immediate. Dashy now sending it. Priester, he jumps
my God.
P-Dog nips at his heels, and is back-to-back rounds for Boston.
Priester, always a player with a good mental. He just stays grounded in these moments. Excuse me, coughed a little bit, but that's a 4-0 start as well. So, talk about Priester, a player that just knows how to win. He's been popping off, making some ridiculous plays. I mean, he's showing off the good stuff so far in this series, but still for Boston, a very long way to go.
Optic on defense. Hard hit towards B. And so they go. They send all they've got. The double, maybe triple nade towards that long street where Dashy was found in the first round. I'm pretty sure nobody home. So 3 members on B here for Optic. Priester still on the prowl for the kill, looking towards that bomb site. They've got it, but here's Pred.
He's gonna have to back down though. That's too many players, too big of a presence. So not even going for the bomb down, actually. Priester gets in a garage and maybe tries to see if he can catch a player slipping, but everybody's here for this retake. Optic, first man to fall, gonna be potentially, I don't know who, Pred. So much damage just got dealt, a 2v2 split already. And now it's Major and Beans, the AR trying to get it done.
Trying to get it done, tons of damage. Timing on this is gonna be great. Major Maniac finds a corner, Dashy brought down. He and Kenny are there. It's all down to Beans. Can Kenny and Dashy clutch it? 1v1. Beans! Oh my God, what was that? 3 in a row for Boston.
And we're just, yeah, man, Optic mantling on Vans. It's a full commitment to the cause. And they are dying in vain as Boston picking them apart again, either bullying them out in rounds or clutching a 1v2 like this. I mean, a rare moment where Dashy not even able to hit a bullet in Kenny. accident or not, doesn't even peek through the window. Just hand delivers bow wrapped a gift to Beans. 3-0 lead for Boston.
3-0. Composure not currently in the vocabulary of the Optic Texas team. We'll see if they can discover it. Fast plant and a first blood as well. A great start here in the round. Can they keep it going? As Priest answers back.
And dances away as well, but the bomb is down, so now you're really having to hunt these players down. Time is not going to be on your side, but Priest still already in prime position. Catches Shotzi. 3v2.
It was literally a perfect attack here. Shoulder spotted. Snoopy guns Kenny. Pred, last man gone. 4-0 Boston Breach.
And a 4-0 lead and smiles on their faces. The first time Boston in a long time might actually be playing with a little bit of confidence. Optic tried to punch them. They went for the quick plant. They got it down almost immediately and just get finessed and picked apart. Priestess still making plays. Dashy not ready for the gunfight when he's laying underneath the window, and Priestess smooth moves, repositions. Next time they spotted him, he's jumping on top of the vending machine. 7-1. Priesta feeling good.
I mean, these plays from Priesta, the immaculate movement as well. Perfect slide. Stays out of the line of sight of the player there. Shotzi by vending machines. Could not have done a better job if he tried. 4-0. 7-1 for Priesta. He has absolutely taken control of this series.
He's trying to maybe leave the online stage with good memories for us in his name, but that's Brett getting active. He is jumping off for the first blood, and he does get traded. Honestly impressive. He was able to get that kill at all, and for the 3v3, Priesta backing down and is on a 4 spree. Maybe a thought in the distance to get cruise missile. Still, though, got to focus on the round. Optic squaring up down B Street.
Major Maniac, did he just throw the perfect nade to catch those players at the back? No, he does not. Dashy, lovely work there. Shotzi makes his way towards the bomb site. Tagged up, a little bit of info. Major Maniac. Can he play patiently? He does, but it will not matter. Shotzi, what an unbelievable kill. All down to Beans, and Optic finally get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and just a disconnect between Beans and Major, it felt like. Like, Shotzi gets tagged up. Major is in a position where he can sort of see him on the cross, but Major just plays it passive and ends up getting picked apart. So, nice response, and Optic doing a good job to at least group up together when they have the man advantage. And Brad making a nice play for the first blood as well. But there go the streaks from Priesta. Maybe bought yourselves just a little bit of momentum, or at least killed it for Boston. Still, though, want to go back-to-back. Being down 5-1 can feel insurmountable. Got to strike quick.
Quick and immediate. Gets towards the middle there from Optic. They've taken complete control of this area. And that's going to be a plant as well. Major Maniac's got himself a corner. But the man will not be moving. Big wrap there from the Optic boys. However, it's on the minimap Kenny who spotted them all out.
Well, I don't know. He spotted at least one and got some shots in, but you're still working with basically no information of where Boston's going to be coming from. But here's the moves towards the middle of the map. Great reaction for Sassi. Trades rolling through. It is out and about. Players trying to hunt each other down, and Snoopy slides into death for the 2v2.
Major Maniac with a Rebel 9 gets his Kenny. Last man.
Damn.
Oh, it's done. 17 seconds on the clock. Boston Breach. Match point.
And the Boston Breach bang out as well of the site. You had Major Maniac lying in wait for when his team actually made the moves, and ended up being a great play, even just to have the rival in hand. I don't know if that was from the jump or picked it up off a corpse, but either way, nice setup there for the retake. And an interesting idea as well. 5-1 lead. I mean, if you're Boston, you can just full send. You can be as aggressive as you want and play with some freedom. They're looking to make this 9 loss spree. And search and destroy for Optic come to fruition.
Well, the 3% of our fans who picked Boston to win this match must be feeling pretty good right now. Optic Texas. Nades are done. They've vacated B. They're looking towards A.
And Boston also don't have any eyes on B Street, so they might have to be a little bit worried about that potential flank rolling through. Nobody's actually utilizing that from Optic, but they have just given up a pretty serious amount of map space, which I think means they're going to have to force this towards A.
Optic are committing towards the A attack.
Maybe not. Here we go.
They're in. B's open. A is full of Optic players right now. Here comes the plant.
And Priest going to get it down. And I mean, no one from Optic's in position for the trades. How do you want to retake this? Maybe all 4 players grouping together and running down through the front. Boston, this could quite literally be it. Your first win in 3 months.
Here comes Optic. 2 through the stairs, 1 Eski. Priest lying in wait for it. First blood. Oh my God! P-Dog! He's pissed all over them! The most unbelievable upset we may ever see in the CDL. Optic have imploded. Boston Breach end the drought. Not only in the map wins, but in a series wins in a single day. And it's a game 5 against Optic. There is a new green wall. And Boston have just done the unthinkable.
And like, we're having some fun with the call, but like in all seriousness, this was your major winner against a 12 seed, and it's not like the 12 seed was on the uptick. It's not like the roster move was looking like you've like massively improved the squad. In fact, they got worse. Boston haven't been able to win maps. They were on a 15 map loss streak on top of a 15 series loss streak, and it's against the major champions that they finally get a win. I don't know. Maybe that's the gift and the curse of Optic. More eyes, more attention on you. Teams just hungrier to take you down. But the hunger now is maybe what's going to get called into question from Optic, because a 5 series loss spree bouncing back from a major win like that. I mean, now this is the panic button. You're going to be starting in losers bracket come major time in Boston.